Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Dave. Welcome back to the Match Grade Podcast. Couple things I want to update you on. This isn't going to be one of our normal ones. This is going to be kind of a legal update because of fast-moving changes that have been going on with our Concealed Carry Impairment Act, as we call it, or Infringement Act. But the real name is the Concealed Carry Improvement Act. Go figure. But we've had some recent changes that could affect you or make you feel better. And it's a move in a positive direction, which is good. So I want to read a couple things from here. One, when Justice Clarence Thomas, who, by the way, if you guys don't follow this guy and if you haven't read about him, you need to. This guy, he's very smart, very intelligent. His upbringing is amazing, and everything he's accomplished in his life is just nothing short of phenomenal. So follow this guy. This guy really puts together stuff. And by the way, he's on our side. He really wants us to keep fighting for this. So I'm just going to throw it out there. He wrote something in a recent decision that's interesting, and I'm going to read it word for word. We know of no other constitutional right that an individual may exercise only after demonstrating to government officers some special need. Okay, and let that hang for a little bit. So give you a little history on what we're talking about today. There's been some changes with the CCIA, as I mentioned. In light of a recent court case, it was ruled on June 21, U.S. versus Rahimi. It has to do with barring domestic violence, people accused of domestic violence from possessing firearms. Now, that's a very, very tenuous decision. What I mean by that is, yes, we don't want violent people to have firearms. I agree. But in some weird way, this is in violation of the Second Amendment as it's written. And if you want to dig into this deeper, go read the decision about Rahimi, and then you'll understand it more. You have to do the research, take it to the source. Okay? But this ruling reversed a Fifth Circuit decision that erred on the side of granting the right to bear arms to accused domestic violence. So it's a very weird decision from what I can tell. But what happened is the Supreme Court sent back 8 cases to lower circuit courts for further consideration in light of the U.S. versus Rahimi decision. So in some ways, this has opened the door for us to get a better win. Okay? Even though it's on the backs of somebody who was involved in a domestic violence case, it might open the door for us to reverse a lot of the CCIA and some of the other states that have passed similar laws. So this might be a step in the right direction, although I think, we'll see where it goes. But what does this all mean? Okay, you guys are sitting there like, Dave, get to the point. Yeah, I'm getting to the point. Don't worry. Back in November of 2022, Judge Sotheby in our Northern District Court of New York State ruled against a good part of the CCIA. And then subsequently, the Second Circuit eventually ruled partially in our favor, but not really. But in really what happens now is, I'm going to give you the important details, okay? What really changed was you can now carry in the following locations unless a sign is posted. So hold on. Stores, restaurants, even if they have an alcohol license for consumption on the premises, doctor's offices, okay, private property normally open to the public, which we knew that was part of the Second Circuit ruling back in last December, but this now kind of reaffirms it. Public parks, zoos, buses, theaters, conference centers, banquet halls, at protests, peaceable, not the joking way, but true peaceable protests, and any assembly that you're there to express your constitutional right. Now, think about this. You have the constitutional right under the First Amendment to assemble for peaceful means and seek redress of your government, right? So that's what they're talking about, okay? Still off limits, though. All right? Still off limits. Libraries, playgrounds, camps, like day camps, daycare facilities, treatment centers, police stations, trains, schools, because a lot of these places are still covered by other parts of law that were just reinforced in the CCIA, and they're not striking them down too much. Okay, so think about it this way: if you see a sign, that carries the weight of law in New York State now. It's not just the property owner's request. So if there's a sign that says no concealed carry or no weapons allowed or anything of that nature, that counts. Okay, that carries the weight of law. But if it's a place normally open to the public and there's no sign, then you're good. Now remember, discretion is always the better way to do it. Don't throw this in people's faces, because right now we don't want to make any enemies when we don't need to. We don't want to raise any awareness of on the bad side of things. The way to do it is you educate people. You don't walk in there and announce your concealed carrying or ask people if it's okay to conceal carry in there, because still a majority of people are still leery of people and weapons, okay, because of what they've seen in the news, what they've seen on social media, what they've been told by people who are anti-gun. So don't go out there and push it, everyone, all right? Let's keep the discretion in place. Now, the training requirements still in place, as well as a lot of other things, because they weren't part of this case, okay? When they built this law, they built it that it has to be attacked in segments, okay? So we're trying to attack this in segments. I want to let you know, but things are always evolving. You know, like I should have started this whole thing with this information is current as of today, July 21st, 2024. It could change this week. It could change in 2 weeks. All right. If we see a change in things, we will let you know. Look on our website, follow us as much as you can, you know, like, subscribe, and share out this video. Okay. Get the word out. All right. But everything evolves, everything changes. Here's how you can stay up to date. You can follow the Second Circuit Court of New York State Court of Appeals at ca2.usacourts.gov. You can follow the Supreme Court of the United States, or SCOTUS, at supremecourt.gov. I would also suggest and really recommend you follow and support Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition, and the Second Amendment Foundation. There are so many other gun groups out there. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association is a good one to follow because there are local people. But Gun Owners of America and the Firearms Policy Coalition, they're the ones that have been fighting hard for us. Okay? So go check them out. Donate what you can, $20, $50, a few $100 if you have it. But these are the guys that are fighting for our rights. You've got to help them. They need money to do it. Okay? And as always, if we get any updates, we'll push it out there. We'll keep you in touch. If there's any questions, reach out to us. Send us an email. Give us a call. We'll answer what we can. Okay? Everyone, just stay tight. Stay careful. And by all means, be safe out there.